Jeff, thank you so much for your time. We're here at the Hunter Conference in Atlanta, and not often we talk a lot about development and investment, but now you've got a program where women are coming to the fore, and that's something in this industry, you look around the room, you don't see a lot of female investors.
You're seeing more female investors at conferences like this, James. We just had a female investor, the latest execution signing for our Women on the Room program, a Wyndham garden in California that we're very excited about. We have now 36 contracts awarded to women developers through this program. We're using our balance sheet. Most importantly, we're using our network to provide these developers with all the tools, all the resources, all the financing support they need in this environment to get those deals done. And we're really excited about it. We're excited about that. We're excited about our black owners and lodging developers. Andy Ingraham of Nabhood is upstairs. We met earlier today with several new potential black lodging developers. Both programs have been really successful beyond, I think, our expectations at this point last time when we made a big push to get the word out there in terms of what we were doing. So yeah, we're really excited about it.
We've seen a couple of hotel corporations have gone and done this now, and it really is an industry getting together now and actually all trying in their own way to try and do something different, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, we're not alone. Our competitors are certainly out there as well, but given our size, our scope, our scale with franchise team, development teams in each and every corner of this country and around the world, we think we could do a lot more with it.
Now you've got some one-off franchisees, but you've got a lot who've got multiple properties. So at the same time, that 30 could turn into 90 pretty quickly if all of those franchisees want to keep trying to do more with you. I guess that's the goal of this, isn't it, at the same time, is to let these people spread their wings around and take control of it and get more properties.
Absolutely, and to the extent that we're attracting more institutional developers to the program, which we're beginning to do, that is a natural outflow of what could really accelerate what we're really excited about.
And when it comes to women in leadership, obviously that's a focus for you in your organization as well. It's not just ownership and investment. You've got a very strong push on this internally too, don't you?
Surrounded by, we're only as great as the people we surround ourselves with, James, and I believe some of the best women in this industry are part of our team. You see it in our booths right behind me, our franchise sales team increasingly. More female representation, and certainly in our C-suite, our Chief Financial Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Human Resource Officer, all exceptional women leaders who take this program as passionately as we all do.
And you're keeping busy. It's obviously a busy time for you. Growth, generally, I mean, America's flying, isn't it, from a development standpoint?
Very busy. As we talked at the end of last year when you were at our home office, our headquarters in Parsippany, New Jersey, it was the busiest year we've ever had from a development standpoint. 882 contracts awarded. We've never done that before. A contract awarded, not just every day, but 3 contracts awarded every day, and a hotel opening somewhere in the world every day. It's been a very, very busy year. It continues to be a busy year. We continue to see, as we were talking about, obviously Women Own the Room and black owners and lodging developers, more and more contracts being awarded to minority groups, but around the world. And you're part of the world, Junan, who we were just talking about in the Asia Pacific region. Another record year, in a difficult year, a year that was, by all accounts, a tough year, 2022. But to see a 10% growth in the net rooms in that region on a direct franchising basis, to see that team sign as many rooms, award as many contracts in 2022 as they did nearly back in 2019 was pretty spectacular. Our growth in that part of the world is obviously, we are all the more optimistic right now with Asia opening back up. It was great to see the strength of the travel over China New Year. It's continuing to be great to see from the Smith Travel Research data that's out there, weeks where you're back to 2019 levels, and it's such a tailwind for us here in the United States, but for us in Asia Pacific, such a tailwind as China travel, which had fallen from 150 million to 20 million, begins to get back to that 150 million outbound passenger number that we think is coming.
No surprise that you're a big fan of what's happening in Southeast Asia and Asia Pacific generally alongside the United States. I mean, they really are just two incredible markets for you for growth. And what can we expect going forward this year? You signed 880 last year. Are you on track for something pretty significant this year?
I think in that part of the world specifically, I mean, what Junan and Bill Wang and Matt Holmes and their development teams, and you know them all over there, are achieving. Being able to add new brands to markets like China. We brought La Quinta into China last year and awarded not only awarded several new La Quinta by Wyndham contracts in a market like China, we were able to open hotels like the La Quinta Shanxi province, right next to that beautiful Wyndham Grand Shanxi and the Wyndham Shanxi. Seeing the growth in Vietnam has been spectacular. We've had a dozen openings in Vietnam since pre-pandemic, and that growth is continuing to come back. Tourism is beginning to boom again. It's the same pent-up demand over in Asia Pacific that existed here back in 2021. I mean, our business here pretty different in that our franchisees in 2021 had a better year than they did back in 2019. Economy, mid-scale, select service. To think that 2021 was better than 2019 was spectacular. To see 22 better than 21, and to see 23 continuing to charge ahead. I mean, last Friday night, Smith Travel released its February data for the US, and RevPAR was better than January to 2019. So 2021 accelerated into 22, continues to accelerate in 2023. That type of pent-up demand is what we're going to be seeing, we feel, in the coming weeks and months over in your neck of the woods.
Before I let you go, you've been in the industry for a while now. Have you ever seen a mid-scale growth like this on a global scale? The demand for mid-scale just continues to get bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
I don't think there is any better example of the demand for select service, mid-scale, and economy development than there is right now with what you're seeing with our Echo Suites by Wyndham development. At this conference, James, a year ago, we had a concept. We saw the strength. We knew the strength that was there in the economy extended stay segment, a segment that has outpaced any other segment of the industry. It's where the smart money is going. And to think that a year later, we now have not a dozen or 2 dozen, but 200 Echo Suites by Wyndham hotel contracts awarded for right here in the United States, and the opportunity to take that brand eventually, which we will internationally, is something our teams around the world are really excited about. But select service is performing exceptionally well. There's lots of reasons for that, and we see no reason that that's going to change anytime soon.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for coming by.